Hello friends, today we are going to learn the question answers of chapter number 1, India's Constitution. Question number 1, describe the need, purpose and functions of the Indian Constitution in detail. Answer, to tell the fundamental nature of the society, to define a country's political system, to lay out the base of the kind of the society that we citizens aspire to live in, to save us from ourselves, to avoid the misuse of authority by our political leaders. Question number 2. How did people of Nepal struggle for democracy? Answer. People struggled, established democracy in 1990 that lasted for till 12 years. In October 2002, King Gyanendra started taking over different aspects of the government with the help of the army. In 2006, the movement got immense force. In 2006, King restored the third parliament and asked the political parties to form the government. In 2008, Nepal became a democratic country. Question number 3. What kind of problems were faced by the members of Constituent Assembly while making the Indian Constitution? Answer. Country was made up of several different communities who spoke different languages, belonged to different religions. Socio-economic condition of the people was not good, passing through great turmoil. Partition of country into India and Pakistan was imminent. Future of some princely states was not decided. Question number 4. Write the qualities of a good or idealistic constitution. Answer. It does not allow the whims to change its basic structure. It does not allow for the easy overthrow of the provision that guarantee the right of the citizens and protect their freedom. Question number 5. What was the mission of the members of the Constituent Assembly while making the Indian Constitution? Answer. Country was made up of several different communities who spoke different languages, belonged to different religions, passing through great turmoil. Partition of the country into India and Pakistan was imminent. Future of some princely states was not decided. Social economic condition of the people was not good. Question number 6. Briefly discuss the key features of Indian Constitution. First, federalism, consisting more than one level of government. Guarantee of UAF, parliamentary form of government. Separation of powers, 3 levels of powers: legislature, executive and judiciary. Fundamental rights, 6 basic fundamental rights. Secularism, separation of religion from state. Question number 7 explains the 6 basic fundamental rights of Indian Constitution. Answer. Right to equality. All persons are equal before the law. This means that all persons shall be equally protected by the laws of the country. Right to freedom. This includes the right to freedom of speech and associations, the right to move freely and reside in any part of the country. Right against exploitation. The Constitution prohibits human trafficking, forced labor and employment of children under 14 years of age. Right to freedom of religion. Religious freedom is provided to all citizens. Every person has the right to practice, profess, and propagate the religion of culture. Cultural and educational rights. The Constitution states that all minorities, religious or linguistic, can set up their own educational institutions in order to preserve and develop their own culture. Right to constitutional remedies. This allows citizens to move the court if they believe that any of their fundamental rights have been violated by the state. To understand the chapter and learn the within question answers, we will do notes. Need of the Constitution. To define a country's fundamental nature. To define political structure of country. To provide the base of society. To describe the type of government. To stop the tyranny of majority and minority. To save us from ourselves. Formation of Indian Constitution. Demand kept in 1934 by ING. People in Constituent Assembly. 300. Time taken to frame the Constitution. 3 years approximately. Started in December 1946, completed in November 1949, and enforced in January 1950. Key features of Indian Constitution. Federalism, consisting more than one level of government. Parliamentary form of government, guarantee of UAF. Separation of powers, 3 levels of powers, legislature, executive, judiciary. Fundamental rights, 6 basic fundamental rights. Secularism, separation of religion from the state. 6 basic fundamental rights. Cultural and educational right, to freedom of religion, to equality, to freedom, against exploitation, to constitutional remedies. Constitution, a written document of the rules and regulations according to which a country is governed or ruled. Features of Indian Constitution. Made by Constituent Assembly or around 300 people in approximately 3 years. 1934 demand was kept by INC for Constituent Assembly. Started in the year December 1946. Completed on 26 November 1949 and enforced on 26 January 1950. Written in both the languages. Every year 26 January is celebrated as Republic Day and preserved in the Library of the Parliament of India. India's constitution is the longest written constitution of the world with 448 articles and 12 schedules and 104 amendments. Earlier, 395 articles and 12 schedules. Nepal's struggle for democracy. People's struggle established democracy in 1990 that lasted for 12 years until 2002. In October 2002, King Gyanendra started taking over different aspects of the government with the help of the army. Finally, he took over as the head of the government in February 2005. In 2005, Maoists joined other political parties and started demanding for democracy and peace. In 2006, movement got immense force. Finally, in 2006, King returned to the third parliament and asked the political parties to form the government. In 2008, Nepal became a democratic country. Need, purpose and function of Constitution. First, to lay out the base of the kind of country that we citizens aspire to live in. Second, to serve as a set of rules on all the citizens of the country can agree upon. Third, to tell the fundamental nature of the society. Fourth, to define a country's political system. Fifth, to give guidelines to the government to rule the country or citizens. Sixth, to avoid the misuse of authority by our political leaders. Seventh, to guarantee the right to equality to every citizen of the country. Eighth, to save us from ourselves. Ninth, to avoid the dominance of majority and minority. Example, inter-community, intra-community. 10th, to protect us from taking wrong decisions against the society. Quality of a good constitution. It does not allow the whims to change its basic structure. It does not allow for the easy overthrow of the provision that guarantee the right of the citizens and protect their features. Problem faced by the members of Constitution while framing the Constitution and their mission behind making the Constitution. Problems. Country was made up of several different communities who spoke different languages, belonged to different religions, passing through great turmoil. Partition of the country into Pakistan and India. Future of some princely states was not decided. Social economic condition of the people were not good. Mission. Wanted to give a visionary document which could maintain diversity and national unity. To work towards eradicating poverty through reforms. To give right to the people to choose their representatives. Explanation of the key features of Indian Constitution. 5 key features of Indian Constitution. Federalism, parliamentary form of government, separation of powers, fundamental rights and secularism. Fundamental rights. 6 basic fundamental rights are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Friends, subscribe our channel to get next chapter's question, answers and back exercise. Thank you.